city hush settles on silver streets. We walk where no one else can meet. Your glance lingers just out of reach. No words, yet everything you teach. Time folds quietly into your side. In stillness we no longer hide. A gentle breath, a softened gaze, no spotlight, no need to praise, just presence in this woven haze. This glow belongs to those who feel, not loud but deep, completely real. We float between the dusk and dawn, where empty room still carries song. And though we say nothing tonight, we live in shadows cast by light. Your hand not held but never far, like constellations near the heart. We lean into this quiet storm, where distance takes its softest form. A whisper shaped like memory that only silence lets us see. No need for closure, no goodbye. We're written in the evening sky, a trace that lingers undefined. This glow belongs to those who feel, not loud but deep, completely real. No fire, no fall, just steady light. A story kept out of plain sight. And when the morning starts to show, I'll still recall this late night glow.
Flickering lights drifting into sky, each one a thought we never tried. Folded words in quiet flame, carrying names we never named. A breeze lifts words left unsaid. Above the rooftop, soft and red. We don't chase, we don't hold. Let the wind decide the road. Just release and let it go. Like paper lanterns in the night, floating slow, escaping sight. All we meant but couldn't share rises now into the air. And though it fades from where we stand, it shines in places we can't land. Stillness in your eyes, no need for reasons, no disguise. Some wishes burn, some gently fade, yet all are true the night they stay. We send them off without regret. A ritual of dreams unmet. One by one they disappear, but the glow remains right here. like paper lanterns in the night, soft goodbyes in golden light. What we loved but couldn't hold, now a story dim and bold. And though the wind may lead them far, they know exactly who we are.
Soft trails on the window glass. Time forgets the hours pass. Streetlight bends through mist and pain. Each drop carries thoughts that fade. We never needed thunder's cry, just this hush where feelings lie. I stay where silence falls the same, not seeking answers, not naming blame. The world slows down and makes it clear what's far away still lingers near. Rain on the window, slow and kind, stirring traces we left behind. Nothing loud, just air and space between your name and my embrace. If you return or never do, this stillness holds a part of you. Curtains sway with breathing air, like something once alive was there. The storm outside is hardly loud, yet clears a path between the clouds. A memory I didn't call arrives, then softly starts to fall. We spoke in ways the sky repeats, through rhythms only water keeps. No promise made, no vow to last, still you remain within the past. And if this moment fades away, I'd find it in another day. Rain on the window, slow and kind, stirring traces we left behind. Nothing loud, just air and space between your name and my embrace. If you return or never do, this stillness holds a part of you.
The car moves on, I stay behind. The city fades, frame by frame, rewind. A quiet seat, a softer gaze. No need to lead, no need to phrase. The street is smeared in trailing gold, yet nothing here is sharp or bold. My eyes don't chase, they just observe each turn beneath a quiet curve. No route to plan, no lane to mark, just movement humming through the dark. The signs go by, but don't align. They tell no truth, but that is fine. I'm not the one who holds the wheel, but still I sense what's true and real. Through passenger lights, I start to see what letting go has done for me. No need to steer, no need to fight. The motion teaches what feels right, and as the world just out of view, but still the space feels stitched with you. No word exchange, yet something stays, like shared reflection split two ways. I close my eyes, the rhythm grows, and what I lost no longer shows. Not every trip begins with fire. Some simply drift and then inspire. The seat I take becomes my place to breathe, to blink, to slow my pace. And in this hush I find release from things that once refused me peace. Through passenger lights I start to see what letting go has done for me. No need to steer, no need to fight. The motion teaches what feels right. And as the world slips past in streams, I rest between forgotten dreams. The journey hums, the night resumes. Yet in this space I find new rooms. No map, no end, just dim lit sights and me beneath these passenger lights. What you said still floats somewhere, not loud, not clear, but always there. A silence shaped by what
quiet pool beneath the tide, where words will fail, the sea provides. No storm, no splash, just subtle sway, and everything we couldn't say. The way you breathe, I almost hear a message sent without it clear. You look away but still remain just far enough to not explain. There's something in the in-between, unfinished thoughts half drawn and clean. We never wrote what we became. No script, no scene, no stated name. But underneath each subtle glance, the feeling grew without a chance. You speak in waves I feel not seen, a rhythm slow and sure in me, like current pulling from below. No need to rush, I let it flow. And though the tide may shift or bend, the silent part of you won't end. Your presence folds into the day, not loud enough to make me stay, but soft enough I can't ignore the pulse that draws me back once more. I never asked, you never told, but both of us, we somehow know. In silence we said far too much, without the need for voice or touch. A single glance, a steady beat that made the quiet feel complete. And if we part or drift apart, you'll echo come within my heart. You speak in waves I feel not seen, a rhythm slow and sure in me, like current pulling from below. No need to rush, I let it flow. And though the tide may shift or bend, the silent part of you won't end. The tide retreats, but still it stays, just like your voice in hidden bays. A trace of warmth, a breath so thin that starts to fade, then starts again.
Glass towers blink through dusky skies as footsteps slow, the noise subsides. Behind each light, a quiet scene of thoughts unspoken, barely seen.
We walk the edge of empty roads where every sound feels soft and slow. A car goes by, a breath that breathes, the city's pulse begins to freeze.
Between the signs and shifting glow, we find a space the crowd won't know.
No need for stories, names or lines. We ride in pause and undefined. The city hums a distant tune while we just drift beneath the moon.
City silhouettes in fading light, we pass like ghosts but feel so right. Not home and not apart, just rhythm beating in the dark. And even when the night moves on, this quiet pattern lingers long. Your hand in mine, but not quite close, like strangers learning how to know. Each corner holds a shade of thought, each window frames what we forgot.
No rush to speak, no need to try. We walk until the world slips by. The skyline leans against the dusk. No need for more than what we trust. The air between is calm and wide. The stillness we don't have to hide. And even if we leave the street, the city keeps what we don't speak.
City silhouettes in fading light. We pass like ghosts but feel so right. Not holding on yet, not apart. Just rhythm beating in the dark. And even when the night moves on, this quiet pattern lingers long.
Traffic hums then fades away, like things we meant but didn't say. The skyline softens, blurs and bends, but something in this never ends.
Hands apart but feeling near. You speak in ways I almost hear. The space between is strangely fair, like standing still while holding air. You're close enough to change the light, but far enough to stay in flight. I trace your shape with open hands. No grasp, no weight, just soft immense. Each moment shifts yet stays the same. A silent game with no one blamed. We never claimed a word or vow, just stood in place and breathed somehow. No touch, no tether, nothing tight, but still you stayed inside the night. I'm holding air but not alone. You move like wind through skin and bone. Invisible but always there, a presence wrapped in tempered care. And though I can't define your face, I feel you deep within this space. A whisper pulled from open skies, the thought that lives where silence lies. I reach but never find the edge, yet never fear the drifting ledge. Your rhythm hums beyond my reach, a language only air could teach. We balance here with nothing bound, yet feel each other all around. No proof to show, no trace to leave, but something neither will deceive. We know this place though none can see, where breath becomes our symmetry. I'm holding near but not alone. You move like wind through skin and bone. Invisible but always there, a presence wrapped in tempered care. And though I can't define your face, I feel you deep within this. The silence stretches, never breaks, but in that calmer stillness wakes. You're not beside, not far, just there, like every thought that fills the air.
Yeah, space between us, but the feeling's clear. Your melody is all I hear. The space between begins to sweat, like summer heat that warms the day. You're close enough to change the mood, but far enough to still elude. I feel your fire with open hands. No solid touch, just sweet demands. The tempo shifts but stays the same. A two-step game with one to blame. We never spoke a single vowel, just caught the vibe and moved somehow. No chains, no pressure, holding tight, but still your fire owns the night. I'm catching vibes but not alone. You move like bass in skin and bone. A shadow dance but always there. A fever wrapped in gentle care. And though I cannot see your face, I feel your soul fill up this place. An echo pulled from pulsing skies. A thought that lives where low and lies. I reach but never find the edge. And never fear I'll lose a step. Your rhythm hums beyond my reach. A language that the rhythm speaks. We sway in time with no strings bound, but feel the pulse on holy ground. No proof to show, no trace to leave. A truth that we cannot deceive. We know this place no none can see. Where your beat becomes a part of me. I'm catching vibes but not alone. You move like bass in skin and bone. A shadow dance but always there. A fever wrapped in gentle care. And though I cannot see your face, I feel your soul fill up this place. The rhythm fades but never breaks. And in that hum my spirit wakes. Not here, not gone, you're everywhere. Like the vibrations in the air.
A pause between what's said and meant, where every breath feels heaven sent. The line you trace is never straight, but somehow always guides my state. You lean without a single sound and shift the weight that holds me down. No promises, no grand displays, just subtle turns in quiet ways. You never push, you never pull, yet suddenly the world feels full. No signal told me you were near, but something stirs when you appear. The arc you draw around my mind is soft, precise, and undefined. You're a whisper curve that changes pace, rewriting time with just your grace. No need for lines, no need for names. You bend the light without the flame. And though your shape is hard to prove, you shift the stillness as you move. A glance, a tilt, a blink, a breath. You redraw space with nothing left. No footprint trails, no words to keep, yet you remain when I'm asleep. Your presence bends around my thought in every way I never saw. No voice could stretch the way you do. No sentence finds a path that's true. You curve through silence like a thread and linger long after it's said. If I could trace the route you take, I'd find the peace I used to fake. You're a whisper curve that changes pace, rewriting time with just your grace. No need for lines, is barely known, but never fails to call me home. Not by force nor signs above, just through the shape of quiet love. There's noise in every open line, but something still cuts through in time. Beyond the blur, beyond the spin, a steady tone begins within. The world repeats in shifting tones, too loud to hear my thoughts alone. But in your stillness I perceive a sound the chaos can't deceive. Not louder than the crowded street, but clear enough to stay complete. Between the clicks and distant sounds, there's something firm that still resounds. You don't compete, you resonate above what others speculate. Above the static, you remain unmoved by pressure, free from strain. No need to shout, no need to win. You hold your calm beneath the din, and though the air may never rest, you speak in silence and it's best. They chase the sharp, the fast, the bright. You offer depth instead of light. While all the signals rise and fall, you simply wait and say it all. I find you where the rest can't reach, not in the scream but in the breach. You tune to something past the scene, where truth is quiet, slow and clean. You never fight to hold control, you own the part that makes me whole. And while the world rewinds and spins, you stay where real connection begins. Above the static, you remain unmoved by pressure, free from strain. No need to shout, no need to win. You hold your calm beneath the din, and though the air may never rest, you speak in silence and it's best. The signals fade, the lines go weak, but I still hear you when you speak. Not with volume but with grace, the sound that settles into place.
It doesn't shout, doesn't stay, just slips a little more each day. Yet somehow in its slow retreat, it carves a song both faint and sweet. You spoke like water passing by, no effort made to hold or try, but still I catch your final word, a breath I felt but never heard. It doesn't beg, it doesn't plead, it fills a space I didn't need. Not all that's real is sharp or clear, some leave a trace by growing near, then drifting softly out of frame, still echoing without a name. Your murmur fades but doesn't die, it lingers low beneath my sky. I can't rewind, I can't erase, but feel it move in gentle pace. It leaves no scar, but marks remain, a quiet pulse I can't explain. You never tried to plant a flag, no fire lit, no final drag, but like a breeze that shifts the tide, you move within, then stepped aside. Now every silence pulls you through, more present now than when in view. Some voices grow by letting go, not clinging tight, but learning slow. And yours became a woven thread that hums long after it has fled. I find you now
whisper lost to open space still lives inside a sacred place. You're not around, but still you stay in all that silence couldn't say.
A thread of light, so faint, so small, yet more than enough to catch the fall. It weaves through dusk, it holds the seam of all the pieces we still dream. I lose my way in muted tones where voices drop and time condones. But there you are, without a flare, just steady warmth within the air. No spotlight thrown, no grand ascent, just presence soft and evident. You never claimed to lead me through, but still I always follow you. A quiet pull I can't describe, yet feel it each time I arrive. You're the thread of light that doesn't snap through every detour, break or gap. Not blazing bright, but always true. A pathless way that leads to you. When everything around feels gone, you hold, you stretch, you carry on. Some search for stars, some wait for signs, but I just read between the lines. A single glint across the gray that doesn't speak, but shows the way. I walk unsure, my steps not right, but still I feel your thread of light. No map, no mark, no tethered scheme, just one fine thread that shapes my dream. It doesn't force, it doesn't bind, yet holds the part I couldn't find. And when I drift too far to see, it still remains inside of me. You're the thread of light that doesn't snap through every detour, break or gap. Not blazing bright, but always true. A pathless way that leads to you. When everything around feels gone, you hold, you stretch, you carry on. A single line beneath the night that softly ties what once took flight. You don't command, you don't ignite, but still you are my thread of light.
No light to chase, no path to claim, just space that stays without a name. I float where nothing pulls or hides, still between stars, the world subsides. Not every orbit needs to spin, some hold their peace by staying in. I feel no push, I feel no race, yet know I'm resting in the place where echoes end and thought begins, and silence wraps me from within. There's no horizon, only depth, a breath suspended without step. I'm not alone, though none are near. The stillness speaks what I revere. Still between stars I learn to wait, not holding tight to time or fate. No tether drawn, no call to move, just presence in the used to hear. Now just a pulse that hovers near. Not fading out, not growing bright, but present in this balanced night. I don't reach back, I don't let go, I simply stay and let it flow. Some find their truth in burning skies, but I reside where silence lies. A place untouched, unnamed, unseen, yet deeper than where I have been. Here in the pause between the light, I breathe the dark and feel it right. Still between stars, I learn to wait, not holding tight to time or fate. No tether draw, no call to move, just presence in a softer groove. And if I drift without a sound, it means I finally come undone. No gravity, no guiding chart, just something quiet near my heart. And while the galaxies depart, I stay still whole, still set apart. The night holds on, but not too tight. A trace of warmth beneath the white. I feel a shift, too soft to name, but no tomorrow's not the same. We've said no vows, we've signed no page, yet something slips beyond the cage. A quiet beat, a lighter tread that hums in things we left unsaid. The sky is still, the ground is near, but something new begins to clear. No trumpet sounds, no rising sun, but still I know it has begun. A softer tone, a cooler air that fills the space we used to share. In tomorrow's breath, I place my trust, not in the loud, not in the must, but in the pause that breaks the night. A quiet shift from wrong to right. And though I can't predict the end, this gentle wind says I will mend. The hour turns without a push, no need for a spark, no sudden rush. The things we feared, the things we fought, now float like leaves that time forgot. And in the hush, before the dawn, I sense the weight of being gone. We build no walls, but open gates, accept the way the silence waits. A single breath becomes a sign that what was yours now blends with mine. And if the path is still unclear, at least I know the air is near. In tomorrow's breath, I place my trust, not in the loud, not in the must, but in the pause that breaks the night. A quiet shift from wrong to right. And though I can't predict the end, this gentle wind says I will mend. No need to run, no need to stay, just breathe and let it find a way. The night recedes, but leaves a thread that leads through all that lies ahead. I feel a change I can't quite name, a whisper that I'm not the same. We wrote no rules, we turned no page. Still something quiet leaves its cage. A softer pulse, a lighter tread in all the words we left unsaid. The world is still, the air is clean, and a different future can be seen. No trumpet blast, no sudden sun, but I can feel a change has come. A silent thaw, a hopeful air that's filling up the space we shared. In the calm of morning, I place my trust, not in the noise or what feels rushed, but in the stillness after night. A quiet turn towards the light, and though the ending's yet unknown, a gentle wind says I'm not alone. The moments turn without a push, no need to force, no sudden rush. The ghosts we feared, the wars we fought, now drift like dust in a sunlit spot. And in the quiet before the day, I feel the old weights fall away. Not building walls, but open gates, embracing how the silence waits. A single breath becomes the sign that your old world can blend with mine. And though the path is still unclear, I know that I can breathe right here. In the calm of morning, I place my trust, not in the noise or what feels rushed, but in the stillness after night. A quiet turn towards the light, and though the ending's yet unknown, a gentle wind says I'm not alone. No need to run, no need to hide, just breathe and follow this new tide. The dark recedes and leaves a light to guide me through the coming night.
City lights are dancing on your skin. Velvet air, the night is caving in. We talk like lovers moving slow, no need to rush, just let it flow. You smile like summer never ends. This moment I don't want it to pretend. Every look is pulling me closer, heartbeat louder than the rover. When I lost, just drifting deeper. Let's ride this rhythm till we lose control. Dance through the fire, let the embers glow. Your touch is painting galaxies in time. If we fall, we'll fall in style divine. No need to speak, just read my mind. Tonight we'll live and leave a light behind.
On cinnamon skin, a glass of wine let trouble spin. The feet on sand, hearts in the sky. This ain't love, it's something high. Lose myself in how you breathe, make the dark a place to dream.
We're burning but it's not goodbye. This flame's too red to ever die. Even if we fade by morning's light, we were a star that ruled the night. Let's ride this rhythm till we lose control. Dance through the fire, let the embers glow. Even when this song is done, our souls still hum that midnight tone. We'll vanish
floating there. No maps, no names, just open space. A gentle pull, a slower pace. We speak in pauses, soft and low, as moonlight shows the way we go. No need to ask where this will lead. The stars don't promise, only read. The breath between is all we need. We drift like moonlight over glass. No rush, no wait, just letting pass. The present hums beneath our feet, a rhythm soft, serene, complete. And if the moment disappears, it lingers still through all our years. A shadow bends across your face, but nothing here is out of place. The night accepts what day forgets, and every silence pays its debts. We don't